Welcome to the WPC playoffs, everybody. We've got ourselves an all-Australian cast, an all-onesie cast. How you guys doing? How are you doing, Cameron?
I feel silly, but I'm excited. I'm looking forward to the match.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited too. Let me get my... There we go, a bit better off. We've got IG versus Titan. For those of you new to WPC, one of the biggest tournaments, currently the biggest prize pool outside of TI, $250,000 up for grabs. And while we've got, I believe, 8 teams standing, it started off as 2 group stages. There was an Eastern group stage and a Western group stage, with 5 Western teams competing over 2 spots, 10 Eastern teams competing over... No, how many Eastern teams were there? Lots. I think 12. 12 Eastern teams competing over plenty. 6 slots. And we're down to 8 teams, so we've got ourselves Group B today, Group A tomorrow. Group B is Titan, IG, Alliance, as well as DT Club. And then Group A is your big dogs, Cloud9, DK, VG Gaming, and Newbie. So those games are going to be going down tomorrow. Today, we've got Group B. The group stage itself, it's going to be a round-robin best-of-1 format. Not the do-or-die situation. No one's getting knocked out. It is just for seeding. And no.
I gotta get in the lobby again.
Oh, okay.
Because we had a remake. Quick, Greg. I don't know what the password is.
Big shout out to What Is Hip for his...
Thank you, Greg.
His help and support.
Digital sports. What else is there to talk about? We haven't seen Titan play much recently, honestly. I mean, they obviously have been directly invited. I think the last time I saw them play was in Gosu Cup, which was a couple of weeks ago. They weren't playing with their full roster. They had to stand in for Yamate. They brought him in for the playoffs, but they ended up being eliminated by New Element in the first round of the lower bracket. So didn't really see a whole lot out of them, and I guess this is going to be their next big showing. We'll see what kind of form they're looking in for TI.
Yeah, this is actually a really good tournament because teams aren't going to be holding back. A lot of prize money at stake, and it's still a good 2 months before TI where teams are like, let's see, almost test themselves. So we're going to be trying to load in once again, guys. The way we can talk a bit about, already talked a bit about format, but the way the group stage works, 2 groups, of 4 teams. The other the group A is your, in theory, quote unquote top 4 teams. So the 3 top teams from the Asian group in that, as well as the top Western team, which is Cloud9. Doesn't mean they're the best, it just means they won the group stage. And those 4 teams are going to finish in the top half of the bracket. So first place from Group A will verse last place from Group B. This is Group B here. So you want to finish as high up as possible and then hope you get like an easier matchup. But any of those 4 teams is kind of a tough matchup, really. I don't know how much the bracket matters.
Personally, I would have preferred to see the #1 team gets to choose who they play out of 3 and 4. I think that's just a slightly better format, but not a big deal overall.
Have we got Group A ready as well for people to look at? Okay, we're in the process. Brian's on top of it this morning. I say morning, it's like almost midnight.
Okay, another remake.
Remake boys.
So to go. Okay. We've successfully loaded in a bunch of times. It's just that.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
What do you know?
Maybe wrong team is first pick. And there's your other group. So Cloud9, VG Gaming, Newbie, and DK. I think the one team you'd maybe want to verse based on how they performed in Mars is maybe VG Gaming. And if Cloud9 aren't playing well, then Cloud9 to me is a team who could either finish top 2 or finish bottom 2. I just don't know how to predict them. Yeah,
it'll be tough. This will be pretty important for Cloud9, and I mean we talked about it for Titan, but it's the same thing for a lot of teams here. That this is a big opportunity to show their form coming into TI. A lot of prize money at stake as well, of course. If we talked about the
$250,000.
A lot of money.
A lot of money.
Do you know what the distribution is like at all? Is it typically Chinese tournaments are pretty top heavy?
I know pretty top heavy. I don't know how top heavy.
Okay.
First place, 162,000. So that's a good 3/5 plus of your prize pool. 49,000 for second. 16,000.
Okay,
for
so
third.
that's it's
a huge drop off.
Takes a nosedive.
Yeah. So 8,000, then 3,200 for everyone else. But there's been ongoing prize money throughout the tournament. Like every match you play, they choose an MVP, and the MVP gets prize money. It's actually a kind of cool system.
It's like an incentive-based system. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I like it. Looks like we are in the draft now, guys, and this time we're actually getting some picks underway. So without much further ado, let's get ourselves in the draft. It's Titan versus Invictus Gaming. Let's go. WPC playoffs begin now. I hope. There we go.
Okay.
Phew. It's a sigh of relief. I put some effort into that intro.
It's like by time. We got to remake again. But yeah, we've got the draft underway. IG actually with a first ban out on the Sand King, and I don't know who I mentioned it to, but we were watching the player intros, and their most successful heroes are like their most, their I guess their iconic heroes, and for some reason, Net didn't have Sand King in his list, which to me is really surprising.
These WPC signature heroes have been notoriously bad for as dating back to season 1. Like,
Okay.
they're all very outdated for some of the players, and yeah, just missing, like basically missing their current preferred heroes, and also just some very obvious ones. So,
10
I
seconds remaining.
don't know. I would flame WPC.
Who knows?
But Prophet gets banned up by
5
Titans. I mean, that
seconds
IG ran quite a lot of. They really like this, and this to me, IG, they have not been in the best form, and you said, like, last time you saw Titan in
IG's
Gosu Cup, they were
turn to
playing a
pick.
bit kind of sloppy or just not the best, and I feel like IG's in the same boat, so this could be pretty much a match that comes down to who capitalizes on their opponent's mistakes and who just plays cleaner today.
Yeah.
It is a best-of-1 format in the group stage.
Really interesting draft so far. Titan choosing to ban out the Nature's Prophet. Invictus Gaming, of course, as we were bringing up, they banned out the Sand King here. Again, I don't think it's a huge surprise to see the Sand King banned, just with how strong the hero is at the moment and how good Net is at the Sand King. But that almost let
10
Batrider slip
seconds
through.
remaining.
Titan are going to get rid of that. And then, well, IG, we get an Invoker, and
5
I'm always
seconds
excited to watch
remaining.
some Ferrari 430 Invoker because
Yes.
he's just...
It's
He runs a clinic on that hero.
if he gets to play it. Every now and then there is the Luo
Radiant
Invoker
team
coming out, so we'll see what it's going to be if they put like the safe lane Invoker. They did that for like a good 2 weeks where they were doing almost every game was Luo safe lane Invoker, but recently they've been doing a bit less of that. But Tree and Protector, the response as Titan. They ran Tree Hero there in their previous matches I saw in WPC, but it was never like considered to be like a top early pick kind of hero for
Yeah,
them.
Treant is trending everywhere, and he's
10
been
seconds
been
remaining.
slowly drifting into this first round of picks, which to me
5
is a
seconds
is a
remaining.
little bit surprising. I definitely agree that he's a strong hero, and I think people have started to realize more and
Reserve
more of his
time.
early game potential. I think the big mindset before is, okay, we're picking Tree, and we're picking Tree largely for living armor, and he would, for the most part, your Tree and Protector players would just be sitting down on the safe lane, running poles, securing their levels, and just using the living armor to either help out the mid lane or help out the off lane. But what we've been seeing recently is Tree and Protector roaming around with somebody like Shadow Demon, actually setting up early kills just because of how powerful Leech Seed is, and teams have started to realize his potential as both an aggressive and defensive support. So maybe that's a little bit of why we're seeing it trending so much.
Yeah. I think teams especially learning if you don't play aggressive with this hero, he's not really worth a pick, because if you don't make much use of the early Leech Seed power as well as his high base damage, then just sitting back playing defensive using him just for living armor is not as strong as it used to be. That's all you need to do. Like living armor used to be the bee's knees. That's all you needed to make this hero worthwhile. But as of late, we're seeing the nerf on living
turn to
armor really
pick.
make it so that you have to abuse the fact he's got such high base damage.
Is it Ancient Apparition time for IG? Tree and Dazzle picked up. You've got an Invoker. Nice synergy with Quaz
I mean,
Exort.
Chinese teams really love. Normally it's first pick AA for teams like DK
Yeah.
as well as Newbie and even LGD first pick the AA. IG don't generally favor the AA as much, but not to say they
It looks
can't
like a
play
pretty good game for it. I have to
Yeah.
be
10
honest.
Against
seconds
Dazzle,
remaining.
I always like the AA. Can
Mm.
prevent
5
Grave
seconds
from going
remaining.
off so easily with that, but I think they
Reserve
want
time.
some kind of support or something that can burn through the living armor charges pretty fast. Not to say it has to come from a support hero. So like the offlane Darkseer, which is available, although again, I don't know if you want to be picking up these heroes and revealing your lanes too much early on. I think this is where IG pick up a support, maybe just the Ancient Apparition.
Yeah, I think you do just consider taking a support here just so you can get a little bit more information out of
Enchantress.
Titan N. Well, IG, another signature hero
IG's
for them.
turn to
We've
ban.
got the Enchantress.
I like that. He's tagged up as
Radiant
Chizbug.
team
Cool.
ban.
Chizbug.
Chizbug is a former IG. It's not just okay. I'm assuming Chizbug is not there playing. That's actually each one. Okay, because
Yeah, that's
Chizbug is a former was he IG player or just LGD?
10 seconds
He was on IG
remaining.
for a while. He actually played with IG at WCG because they were not allowed to play with
5
a non.
seconds
That was when it's like at WCG
right.
you represent your country, so they had to play with a Chinese player to replace Chuan
IG's
because
turn
of
to
nationalistic
ban.
reasons. So Chizbug actually played that tournament for IG. I think they won because they were like. It was a
Radiant
national
team
tournament. The
ban.
only other real contender was these guys here, tied at Wolf. They were then known as Orange. So there was a random Ukrainian team with like Dendi and some random mixed player. Well, when I say it wasn't Navi, is basically what I'm saying because
Okay.
Navi did not have 5 Ukrainians. So it was like Dendi with a mixed
10
bag of like
seconds
Empire
remaining.
players and some DTS players. Who knows? So this is going a few years
5
back. but
seconds
It
remaining.
was a fun tournament. I remember hearing stories of Orange showing up to their third place decider, a bit inebriated.
Reserve time.
Those rascals.
Those rascals indeed.
But okay, what have we got? We've got
As an Aussie, I was proud.
That's the Australian way.
I like to think next time Australians are at TI, they're gonna show up to some matches straight from the pub.
Well, if it's the Team Immunity boys, I think you can guarantee that much.
You think so?
Huh?
The Arnoose brothers are coming right from the pub.
Okay, maybe not the Arnoose brothers, but but Alex Black Shaitan, he's definitely has an Achilles heel when it comes to.
Ooh, good Brewmaster. So this hero has been really. When you talk about heroes that are trending, this is really, to me, the biggest trend as far as the Asian Chinese scene specifically, but even European teams going a lot, picking him a lot.
I just really like how, in the case of Naga Siren and Brewmaster, you can almost pin it back to a single player convincing everybody else that a hero is worth picking.
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe you can't necessarily say that it's all air, but he was showing convincing performances on the Brewmaster, and I think that's what... Picnic. Okay.
We're good.
That's all right. Yep.
I like them. We can see the players here. Yeah. We can mix it up from the... where's yeah, I know. I'm proud. Great job, K-pop Toasters. We don't want to careful not to spoil picks while also letting you viewers at home see the players in their natural habitat. That's one of the things I like most about WPC during the group stage. Like, there was a lot of matches, but every single time the teams are playing, you're seeing them on camera. You're getting to know their personality a bit. They're like just joking around, having fun, playing matches. Sometimes not having fun because they're losing, but like for a big ongoing league with a ton of matches, like. That doesn't happen in the Western scene where you actually see the players. It's all online. So yeah, just a small off topic.
It's definitely a lot more personal. That's for sure.
Yeah, this is some cinematography genius here. The slow zoom, but the poor players never even like realize when they're on camera half the time.
Yeah, I don't know. I just remember for a lot of the Korean tournaments, players not realizing that they were on camera, and I had to message somebody and be like, "Stop picking your teeth. You're on." They're focusing on you right now, but okay. So what have we got? We got a Wraith King ban out from Titan, along with an Ember Spirit. Interestingly enough, which is not a hero that we've seen a heck of a lot of recently.
The Ember Spirit?
Yeah, I think like the occasional game here and there, but nowhere near what he was in.
IG still ran him a decent amount is the main thing there. Like Ferrari, to me, the only player who's really impressed me on that hero in China almost in some ways. I think it's worth the ban because they could have easily gone for like the safe lane Invoker and mid Ember Spirit, which is something they've done quite a bit in the past. So it's annoying, very annoying. IG pick up Pugna though third. What? It's just gonna be heavy push coming out from IG, or do they balance it out later on with their draft?
I think if you go for the Pugna, you are pretty committed to the push and Titan anti-mage. Well, Invoker and Pugna have pretty ridiculous mana pools, so there's some huge mana void potential here.
I think this is... I mean, if IG weren't considering heavy push before, they should
now they definitely are. All they want is probably just some initiator in the off lane, of which there are still plenty available.
Yeah.
A reasonably strong support. This could even be a game for something like Jakiro maybe as a support. Depends on if they feel that they can ignore the anti-mage, then they don't necessarily need to pick a support that can have all the lockdown for him, because they can just end the game in 20 minutes.
You can win this game without any lockdown at all.
Or they need to consider, okay, what is kind of our late game plan against the AM? But unfortunately, fortunately or unfortunately, they've already got the Pugna pretty much as their one position locked up. And this is not a time to say, oh man, we're worried about the anti-mage, we got to secure our late game, let's put the Pugna on support and do something else weird. Like, that's just not... I don't think that's the
I think the weirdest thing you could do is be like, put Pugna mid and Invoker off lane or something, and do Quaswex Invoker. But Shadow Shaman, that's...
Pushing support, has some lockdown. I think it's a really nice pickup here. Also, when you've got the Enchantress, the one thing that people say about Shadow Shaman is that he's pretty level dependent, but when you have an Enchantress, he can run all the pulls, he can get a ton of experience from the lanes, so it's not really too much of a relevant consideration here.
10 seconds.
So Titan's last pick needs to be something which can help them defend. And right now they've got... I really question this anti-mage pick because they've got no wave clear. And that's something which I feel in general is very important to have any game. Whether you're against a push strat or not, you need wave clear to quickly push out a wave. Anti-mage can do it with a Battle Fury when he's like split pushing, but not when there's a push coming his way. You need that long-range AoE spam, which Titan's last pick has to have, but it's an offlaner. There's...
Windrunner, Elder Titan. There are some options.
Elder Titan, I think, maybe one of the better picks
10
here.
10 seconds remaining.
But IG Silver Band, they can just be like, what's going to stop our push? And I think...
Okay, Clockwork. So Ohio still
be
has
afraid of
Ohio
it.
still has plenty of options here
Yeah.
as far as a spammy offlane is concerned. I already brought up the Windrunner and the Elder Titan.
With
What
Titan
else?
and the Darkseer themselves, yeah.
Hmm.
Centaur's there, but that's like not exactly good wave clear either.
No, they definitely need somebody that can just hold on to that safe lane tier 1 for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So the spam is going to be really important.
Ohio's played quite a bit of Nyx Assassin in the offlane too.
Mhm.
A hero that can get zoned out and also not the best at
10
defending towers
seconds
early on. You get
remaining.
a smoke wraparound from Shadow Shaman Enchantress, and there goes your tower
5
/ there goes your
seconds
Nyx
remaining.
Assassin early on.
Yeah, and especially if there is something to be said for, okay, look, IG have a lot of heroes that can be picked off by the Nyx
IG's
Assassin,
turn
but
to pick.
you know that IG are going to be gearing into 5-man mode really quickly. It's probably going to be...
Oh, I like this
Yeah,
one.
okay.
It's
Doom's
a
really
tanky.
nice.
They don't have the initiator, like they could have gone for the centaur style initiator to combine with the push, just because it's hard to defend if there's a blink initiator, but Doom can actually be that blink initiator.
Yeah. Also, there's not really anybody that they need to jump on top of. Like, normally when you talk about needing an initiator for a push strat, it's because the enemy team has picked up 2 defensive spammers, like a Keeper of the Light, Windrunner, all that kind of thing, and you have to go and find that hero behind the tower before you can enable the push.
We're in your camera right now.
Ah.
You're good.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
We were fixing,
Yeah.
I think, some maybe Dota TV audio issues or something. But guys, those of you on the stream, big thanks for tuning in bright and early here from the Beyond the Summit Studio for WPC playoff action.
Is it
Huh?
early or late? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just say early. When it's the first game of the day and I'm feeling like I'm waking up, it's early, I guess. But it's technically about midnight here. We've got European qualifiers.
Technically.
10 seconds
Yeah.
remaining.
Oh well.
We're gonna get really technical, guys. No, but we'll get
5
ourselves into the game now.
seconds
It's
remaining.
gonna be Titan versus IG. So, do you favor IG with the draft?
I think so. I still think that Anti-Mage is
10
just a
seconds
risky
remaining.
pick. I mean, we saw it work out great in Mars, but
5
at the same
seconds
time, that
remaining.
was 4th pick against teams that just didn't really have an opportunity to switch
Prepare
their
for
lineup
battle.
over into heavy push.
Yep.
But IG already had the Pugna and the Enchantress.
Juan's excited about the anti-mage. Like we lost this hero.
Anti-Mage.
We lost this hero in both tiebreaker matches at Mars. We were casting those.
Oh
games.
yeah.
IG 3-way tie for 3rd place, and only 2 of the 3 teams were in advance. And
Yeah,
IG
and
get anti-mage twice.
They
in a row.
lost to Sylar Anti-Mage and they lost
Burning.
to Burning Anti-Mage.
Now
So
the
there you go.
KYXY anti-mage going to come out.
See if
so-
he can. Let's see if he can also take a win off IG here.
The interesting thing from Titan is they're actually doing a offlane Brewmaster. Ohio's picked up the Brewmaster with boots first, so it's not going to be the offlane last pick. I saw the Puck pick and was still like thinking, oh, Puck's actually not a bad offlane. I know a lot of Western teams prefer the hero in the offlane than mid, but Titan going to go with your standard solo mid Puck Brewmaster offlane here.
I mean, the Brewmaster could do alright, just because the Enchantress for the most part is going to be over in the jungle, but at the same time he is a hero that needs to recover a little bit if he has a bad start, and he doesn't have a natural recovery mechanism. He can't head into the jungle, you know, maybe he can start ganking around once he gets level 6, but we've even seen that level 6 can be a little bit difficult to get in the offlane. He is on the Radiant side, and he does have Terrain Protector backing him up, so I think he should do alright.
16 goes boots, unless, I mean, when the Enchantress comes, maybe you die, but that's just something you kind of accept as an offlane. If there's a smoke from behind, it's worth getting those couple of levels and maybe dying because of it, rather than just sitting at your tower for days and days remaining level 1. When you're a Brewmaster, you'd rather be level 4, 0, and 1 than level 1 without a death to your name, almost. So, Lure's going to be offlaning the Doom. I mean, in some ways a smaller role reversal, but YYF generally plays the Pugna for IG, and this is something where IG will often switch up Lure as well as YYF depending on the draft, especially when they pick something like a Life Stealer. That's something which YYF is generally on himself.
Yeah, and flexibility is, you know, a good thing for IG.
Yeah.
You know, top lane, some action going out into
Very
Ohio.
early gank, and that's a nice bit of body block there. Is it going to be enough? One more blast. First blood goes to YYF. Less than a minute into the game, and good stuff from IG. That's not what you. I mean, that's just not what you expect. You think Enchantress. You're not expecting ganks right at the start of the game. So, well, we'll see what the plan's going to be here. As that's going to mean Brewmaster. The lane will get pulled back with a pull or two, and then suddenly you can't do too much here. Meanwhile, Luo in the jungle. He's done for. What's he doing there? That's way too aggressive.
Yeah, that was very
He
strange.
went, okay, Doom went boots first. Normally you'd, I think he's made, you want to go into that Radiant jungle to pick up the big creep, but you have to avoid the supports to do so. And that's something he just kind of ran into them.
Yeah, well, IG already gearing up for this push. They've got the Bassi.
They're not going to get the kill here, but
No.
just a bit of harass. Not even going to use a blast, just some right clicks. And yeah, they've got the Bassi, they've got the Skeleton Warriors. Man, those Skeleton Warriors do a lot of damage, by
Yeah,
the way.
24 damage is actually pretty
Their,
impressive.
their
for-
damage
for
to
the
HP
skeletons.
ratio is like better than any unit in the game, I'd almost say.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I don't know what the stats are in that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the table is, but I would guess.
Random stat, and I'm confident. I believe in it. That's true now. Best damage to
Confirmed.
HP ratio.
The
Skeleton Warriors. We'll get K-Poptosis on.
Yeah, we'll get K-Poptosis on it.
Skeleton Warriors have the best damage to HP ratio in the game. Yeah. There's probably, I mean, there's some like familiars at like when they have max damage, but that's like bonus damage. We're talking base damage. Yeah. Right,
Ohio, what's he doing? He's getting blasted. He's getting clapped. Can the right clicks be enough? They will. Wow. He just feeds. What was that?
How eloquently put, Baseskip.
I just don't know what he was expecting. Was he expecting lots of Drunken Brawler dodges? And maybe. That was very strange.
That first hit evasion, but doesn't pay off for them. They get a tier 1 tower very early on. If they want to go grab another creep or two, pressure the tier 2, they can. Or they can just pull the wave back, go for a pull, and keep that Brewmaster under-leveled for a long, long time. Luo wants to go back in the jungle here. He throws was that a Chain Lightning?
He's got Mana Burn.
Oh, Mana Burn. Okay. That's actually not a bad spell against the Treant early on, because he's very mana dependent, but he's got Clarity, so he's healing himself back up. And they are going for that pull to get Ohio, deny as much XP from Ohio as possible. Yeah,
they're just going to pull the lane back, but they'll probably look to go for a gank with this smoke on Chuan, so...
Titan, like, blocked all of Chuan's, like, well, a lot of his camps early on when they went through the enemy jungle, but this is just not paid off. Chuan just grabs one big creep and then just keeps on ganking and pushing. He's really adapted well. A lot of times you see Enchanters think, oh, I got to go offensive jungle, but no, just the one big creep camp has been enough for Chuan.
He's gotten a little bit lucky. He started off with Troll, then he got the Ursa, and then he's got another Troll here, which is...
If he had Wild Wings, it's like, you're not getting those skills, but...
Yeah, and Ohio anticipates this gank with the smoke.
I've seen Ohio do this so many times. The number of times he positioned himself near the top rune to scout out these smoke ganks is just incredible. And that's the best thing for him to be doing, because he can't actually help out. He can't get any XP top lane, because he's just... That's way too far up. There's no tier 1 tower to protect him, so... He may as well just be scouting runes as well as scouting out those smoke ganks, and yeah, saves his buddy's life in the mid lane, Yamate.
Yeah, and the other thing is that IG can't really gank the opposing safe lane, so Ohio puts himself in a position where he can't be ganked, and it pretty much means that, look, the only place that these supports can be if they're ganking is mid, so...
Yeah. Well,
okay.
Dead right.
Confirmed. Skeletons.
Skeletons OP.
Skeletons best berserkers.
Yeah. Alright, well, I don't know. I was going to make a random comment that was off topic, but the moment's passed.
Okay. So, IG still applying pressure to mid. Faith just hanging around here. Yamate used his orb, but...
That new puck sound is really... always throws me off. The new illusionary orb.
Oh, yeah.
The new... I don't know. It's got a different noise to it than it used to, but... I don't know. Yeah. There's your random thought.
There you are.
How's KYXY doing? He's got top of the CS, 29 CS to the Pugner's 22, but Pugner's been pushing, been spamming out the lane, so you'd expect more perfect CS coming out of KYXY. And he's got the early treads, going for a 1-1-1 plus stats build, very standard stuff from him, and you're expecting your 13-minute battlefield from him. Like, it's not really, there's nothing KYXY can really do to super accelerate his farm and win his team the game. He's just got to hope that the rest of his team can buy enough time to get him to the late game in a lot of ways.
This is really nicely played by Luo. He saw that Titan had doubled up the wave and that they might be considering looking for a push. I don't know if it was intentional or if they just messed up the pull through or something like that, but he stands by the tower, immediately pops Scorched Earth, pulls the whole creep wave off, and just gets himself a ton of experience. So, bit of a slip up there as far as Titan are concerned. And well, IG just going back to farming on their supports for now, but there's still a little bit more pressure being applied top lane. Faith and YY just trying to get some more heroes to come over and deal with them.
Oh, this is a fantastic observer behind this top tier 2 tower. You want to pressure this tier 2 and even maybe look for... Well, I guess you don't really have the initiation to look for kills there, but you can just safely farm so aggressively at this top lane. And if Titan are expecting a ward there, they're thinking it's further up along the lane. But this observer ward very early on gonna cause Titan some problems maybe.
Yeah, the other trick is if you place this at night, the vision from the Radiant Tower is not quite enough to see the support walking around and placing it over the gap, so nicely done.
Alright, well, we'll see where IG go next. They still, like, they can push down some tier 1s maybe, but they do need to make sure they get the levels. Doom, you want the level 6, and Shadow Shaman level 6 for the Serpent Wards here, but they are going to swing Pugner as well as Doom towards the mid lane. Pugner's got his 6, and Invoker is going for Midas, which I think is fine even in a push rep, because you benefit so much from power leveling. You need levels more than you need items, and it's just the minus into Necrobook 3 build, like, we're almost certainly going to be seeing coming out of your Invoker here.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the plan. If they didn't have a Pugna, he might have gone for a mech here instead, but the Pugna's got all the farm he needs. He's going to have a pretty fast mech, and Titan realizing that they can't really put up too much of a contest here on this tower. Ohio's still level 3 on the Brewmaster. Again, just what a hard time he's had in the offlane and hasn't been able to recover, so
They give Faith
Titan just have to give them the towers.
Yeah, I like how they give Faith the safe lane solo, because he doesn't really add anything to... He brings the disables if he comes to push, but he's better off getting his level 6. That's more important than maybe getting a kill with that push, like is getting him up to the Serpent Wards.
Yeah, they also, if they get that level 6 up, Enchantress is actually going for the Untouchable build, so Tron planning ahead as far as maybe going for Roshan. They take all the tier 1s, they head into the Roshan pit, they drop some Serpent Wards, get Roshan, just keep on pushing. So IG, this is a really well thought out push strat from them.
They have a plan. It's not nothing unique. I've seen like this almost exact draft. Maybe replace 1 or 2 heroes here or there, but maybe just replace the Doom with the Centaur or something. And I feel like I've seen this exact draft numerous times. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a kill top lane. Puck getting ganked up. There's the Shackles. There's a Centaur stun to follow this one, and Yamate could be in some trouble. The Living Armor gonna help him out, but it's not enough. The nicely placed Sunstrike coming out from Ferrari in the mid, and they get an important kill on Puck. That's going to slow down his Blink Dagger even further. And right now, the Blinks for Titan are going to be essential this game. That's the only way they ever try and fight and defend the push.
Yeah, they need those double initiators online to be able to start just getting pickoffs and making any semblance of space here. Because unfortunately their supports, while they're alright in lane, they're just really bad at ganking. And that's kind of what you would have preferred from your supports. But that's the one disadvantage of up with your support pairing. Sometimes it's not always the best suited to the way that the draft plays out.
Look, Titan just like you've got 18 CS on your Treant Protector somehow, but Dazzle still does not have boots. A lot of these heroes fairly under-leveled right now, though with that said, it's not just the Titan side. IG as well, they haven't even got level 6 on their Doombringer yet, so I feel like I mean, he's still level 4 and about to hit level 5, but yeah, Luo's like done some nice job defending this 1t1 tower, but he's really being starved out. And I'd say partly his own doing. Like, you definitely can find the levels and farm as a Doombringer. Like, he should be level 6 by now.
Yeah, that early death cost him quite a bit, and also he ended up using his ward pretty conservatively in the early game. He just warded up the rune instead of trying to give himself any vision of where the supports were. So it was a pretty difficult offlane for him, but yeah, I agree. He could maybe be a slightly higher level, but does manage to reach level 5 now, and should do alright. Also, that potential catch-up Roshan is going to be some good levels for him.
Catch up Roshan. They've got Serpent Wards online now. They can go Rosh ASAP. Have they got a medallion? Enchantress went for a fast earn, so I don't think there's any medallion.
No. There's a Blink Dagger on Faith, so I don't know how he got that, but props to the Shadow Shaman.
Get a tower maybe. I didn't
he's 1-0 and 2.
He hasn't used his Serpent Wards, but yeah, he's staying alive. And skip the Arcane boots. That's probably the important thing.
Yeah, no Arcanes, and they've got just 2 tier 1s under their belt at this point. So
I like this. We talk about this lineup not having initiators. Not that they need initiators, but being able to get a kill is definitely a nice addition, and that's something where KYX, when the anti-mate's kind of the one hope for Titan in this game. This is full 4 protect 1. Nothing else about it from Titan. This is 4 protect 1. If you can kill that one with a surprise blink on your Shadow Shaman, you're just destroying the Titan strategy on its own there. He seems to know something's coming his way. He's poised behind this tower, hiding as long as possible. There's no Observer Wards to scout him out just yet, and Shadow Shaman will remain hidden as the push comes, hoping to catch him out. But here come Titan, smoked up. No Blink Dagger in sight for any of their initiators, but they can still try and look to fight this one. Brewmaster not 6 though. Oh dear. They're fighting without Brewmaster ultimate, and it looks like IG going to back off a little bit. They don't want to overcommit for this one. They haven't got Doom here, and also I believe they just got the mech on the Pugna.
Yeah, they do have that up.
So it would be a feasible fight for them, but they'd probably rather wait for Doom as well as Invoker, who's still mid. So you're potentially running into a 3v5 scenario.
Yeah, I think smart of IG to back off there. I mean, they did invest the Serpent Ward, so it looks like they were a little bit indecisive, but they realized that, oh man, everybody is off the map. There must be a smoke gank coming from the side. They found Yamate.
Wow. He just blinked in before like Invoker went in to go do some shopping there. I don't even think Invoker scouted the puck. I think that was like just a YOLO blink from Faith. Maybe the Invoker did just scout him when he went shopping in. There was a fast reaction from Faith.
And with that death, Titan realized, well, we can't, there's no chance of us holding this tier 1. Everybody just bail away from the bottom lane, and they're running out of space.
Treant Protector with Living Armor is good against like split push and chip damage, but this is an IG lineup that when they go for the tower, they blow it up in one fell swoop. So this is actually where Treant is not good against a pushing strat like this. At least, I mean, he's not terrible, but it's just Living Armor is not going to save your tower.
Yeah, and IG just continuing to establish some really nice map control. They know where Titan are moving around. There is your Blink Dagger up on Ohio now, so He's got Blink, he's got Primal Split, maybe an opportunity for Titan to win a fight, but they're going to have to... They still have to hold on for such a long time for this anti-mage to come online. We're only 12 minutes into this game.
The other thing, I just feel IG can take it, even if it does go late game, they can take it late game. There's a Blink Hex initiation on Yamate with the Shackles as well. Yamate, living armor, trying to keep him alive. The Grave there as well. Faith can get this turned around on him. The Clap not going to hit him, but Faith, one more right click. Dazzle gets the kill there. They're going to also go on Chuan here, but 2 points untouchable is going to get hit by the Illusionary Orb and Waning Rift as well. A bit too aggressive from IG. Unnecessarily aggressive.
Especially with
Chinese
none of their
squad.
cores in the neighborhood. I mean, they did have the Sunstrike support, but it's so close to a tier 2 tower to be going for that.
Clutch living armors again. So, I feel like IG, they've gone double Midas, which I think is fine. It actually makes their late game almost better than Titans, because not in the sense they've got the better late game draft necessarily, but they're going to have more farm in the late game. They've got the Midases to take them there. Like, you've got a Doom with Refresher, Shivers, whatever it may be, and your anti-mage is getting taken out of a fight. You'll have one, potentially 2 hexes on your Pugner as well as Invoker, so...
Yeah, they definitely got the options as far as the late game is concerned, and even an offlane Doom like this who has a hard start, when you've got Max Devour and Midas, the gold just rolls in. And IG, they got all the tier 1s, that's checked off the list. Into the Roshan pit they go. Gonna check that one off as well, and see if they can just get some pushes going in onto these tier 2s. These are slightly more dangerous pushes, of course, since we have that first Blink Dagger online. And again, when you're playing against a Train Protector, you have to bring the tower all the way to 0. Yeah. Successfully. So.
And no Necrobooks yet for the sieging that they want to do, but for now, there's Necrobook coming on your Pugna almost as a Necrobook 1. Invoker will be, I imagine, working on one for himself as well, and he's up to 800 gold, so just 1k gold away from that first Necro 1. But the push with Necros doesn't really get scary until the Necro 2, Necro 3 stage, but this is where the tier 2 towers will accelerate you there. You want to bring down these tier 2 towers regardless. Forward Spirits, as well as Pugna Blast, going to be spammed out here near the mid lane, and Titan. They've got Brewmaster Ultimate, but still engaging into IG is very tricky. Aegis on your Pugna, there's a mech, there's a Doom available. Options are plenty for the Chinese squad in IG.
Really nice discipline from IG as well, realizing that the Chain Protector might be out and about trying to catch them. They're just going to pop down some Sentry wards and keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
Have you seen the name of these wards, by the way?
No. Sentries, what do we got? Give Chuan win ward. Give Chuan win.
There you go.
Owned by Chizzbug.
It's guaranteed.
Yeah. Alright, Chuan, more sentries you buy, the more win for Chuan. These obs don't have any cool names though. I didn't realize you could, I mean, it makes sense you can rename anything, so. Renaming wards is a good idea, because you see them every game on the ground, so. Yeah. Smart stuff from Chuan.
It's a value.
That's a value name tag. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. Let's go.
Okay, so Titan, they lose a tower, they group up, they'd like to make use of this Brewmaster Ultimate if they can, but they are in such a precarious position.
Your anti-mage just needs to keep on fire. How anti-mage's Battle Fury treads, so he's 000 100 CS on the dot. This is where you want your anti-mage to be at 15 minutes, but as far as the rest of the game is concerned, this is not exactly what you had in... Well, I mean, I think Titan had to expect this to be the state at 15 minutes, given the 2 drops.
Yeah, definitely. The question for Titan just becomes, can they hold high ground long enough for the anti-mage to well and truly come online? But the other question is, if he comes online, is that going to be enough? Is he just going to get straight up doomed, and all of his farm is going to be irrelevant?
Pro actually didn't go Necrobook.
Oh, they jump in mid?
Wow. There's a Hex off before you can get Brewmaster Primal Split, but it doesn't matter. The Doom and Ahaya means no Primal Split for you, and with some Impetuses, Ahaya's in trouble with Sunstrike. Dodges because of the stuns coming out. Doesn't matter. Ahaya going to go down. One more Impetus on the high ground. X was almost there in time for a grave. Net now in some trouble here. Goes Invis, and those sentries at mid lane still nearby, as YYF is on the hunt here. Doesn't have the vision. That's a Radiant sentry for now, and Net hiding in the trees in true Net fashion.
Yeah, so 1 for 1, but favors IG. Doom did end up being used to KOX, so I'm going to feel a little bit more bold as far as his split push is concerned, but I don't know. I feel like IG can just group up again, deal with their lanes a little bit, and head in towards another tier 2 tower.
Whoa, what a great find on KYXY. He gets Blink Hex as well. They're going to kill the anti-mage. The Shackles is there. No, cancels. Oh, bit of a faith there. I think not realizing it actually caught him. They're going to find him now in the trees once again. Another blink from KYXY.
The courier's on the way.
Uh-oh. He can keep on blinking, but he's just going to keep on getting scouted. KYXY. Attack. One right click. There's another Hex. There's no Shackles just yet. Blink. Blink, blink, blink. KYXY, please. You don't want to lose that courier. That's the only problem here.
He's got to get all the way to the
stuck.
fountain to TP.
They can just leave him. Like, he's not farming. His TP's on cooldown too. Like, leave him. You don't. I think IG almost like they should just left him once they. I guess they need to like make sure he doesn't just start split pushing lane. Like, he can actually blink behind the creep wave now and start creep skipping with a T1 tower up as well, which is the funny thing. But he'll blink his way out. So they actually see him. Invoker's nearby. Cold Snap, Ensnare, Sunstrike, KYXY getting very low with the Cold Snap. He can't blink. He gets it off finally. He's still so low. The Living Armor going to keep him alive for now. There's a TP coming in from Pugna. They really want KYXY.
Meanwhile, Titan used the space to take a tier 1 tower bottom lane.
This game just went full clown shoes.
KYXY is the diversion here. Oh boy.
Not what I was expecting from my WPC Dota today.
This is very strange.
Not what I signed up for, base skip.
Well, so Titan, they get it out. They've got the blink dagger up on the pump.
KYXY again. He's getting found, but again, I don't think they can kill him. The Living Armor's there, and oh my gosh, golly gosh, please leave KYXY be.
KYXY, king of space creation.
Yeah. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Brewmaster's got a great initiation with a Dream Call. 2-hero clap into Primal Split. The mech is there. IG still fairly tanky. Lewis being brought down bit by bit here, but he's got the Scorch Earth up. He has got the regen, and here's the counter initiation coming in from IG. They want net. They also want Extinct. Extinct's used Graved already, and that's going to be a dead net and TP out from Yamate. Brewmaster Primal Split. He gets himself away near the secret shop, and he'll be just fine. TP's himself home. IG. That's good stuff from them. They had the mech, and there was just not enough damage output from Titan to get those kills.
That's 2 minutes to push as well with the Brewmaster ultimate down. So
Tron
IG
TP's
looking
top
pretty
wants to stop this tower going down, but he's an Enchantress. Enchantress.
There is a blink dagger now up on the Doom as well, so
yes.
IG adding more ways to deal with the anti-mage to their lineup.
Clown around and chase him in trees.
Oh, they jump KYXY top lane. Sunstrike's coming in as well, along with the Serpent Wards. They blow him up.
Living Armor maybe a little bit too late there. Could have blocked a bit more. I guess Serpent Wards just tear through Living Armor anyway. So.
Absolutely no problem.
Yeah. But nicely played. Now this T2 bottom tower going to be the next target for IG. Everyone up on the Titan side apart from the anti-mage who's not defending anyway. So they could maybe try and contest this, but without the Brewmaster Primal Split, without Dream Core right now as well. Why would actually his age just expired? So I think that's going to sound the retreat for IG. Your Pugna can get jumped and burst down. Meanwhile, mid lane, Ahio doomed up. Onto the high ground we go as IG. They get the Cold Snap off. Need to just keep on right clicking. The Scorch Earth could help. No procs just yet. There we go. Ahio gets hit once or twice more. Sunstrike on the mark. Ahio healed up, graved up. Life drain there as well. One more heal's going to be needed. And looks like elsewhere. Yamate, one more impetus. He goes down. And Brewmaster survives. Okay. It's a puck dead and sad. And Ahio, he'll make his way back to base. It's still just IG victories all over the map. They're up 9 kills to 4. But it's not really about the kills right now. It's about their insane pushing power. They've got Necro 2, Necro 3, I think, coming out on the career for your Pugna, and Tower's just going to start dropping very, very fast.
Yeah, and all the lanes are in such a good position for IG right now as well. So they're not exposing themselves to any trades or any kind of risks by going for this tier 2. So they're really forcing Titan into a corner.
Well, Glyph is going to be proc, but I don't see any Titan defense inside. Puck's still dead for 5 more seconds. They're even going to Living Armor this one up, and here we go, Titan. There's an Observer spotting them. Right, actually, no, they're smoked up. They're going to go for this one. Blink Clap is there. Ahai gets Hex up before he can get off an ultimate. Not that he even has an ultimate. He only gets it back up now. He is going to get it off just barely. Luo doesn't have a doom. The Mana Void from KYXY. He slams it home, gets 4 kills off of that Mana Void. A triple kill for KYXY. What a heroic defense coming in from Time. There's kill 4. They're looking for 5, but it's KYXY on the run from the Enchantress. And Chuan going to go down. Or can he get the TP off one? Right click. He TP'd away.
Max Untouchable, the savior of the day.
This game has just been insane. I don't know what I'm seeing this game. This has just been
this is very strange.
The perfect combination of just crazy team fights and clowny team fights and just I don't know, man.
Titan 5-man clap, 5-man coil, all pucks nukes, and then anti-mage jams it home with the Mana Void. KOXY makes a big statement there.
That looked like a terrible initiation from Ahio. He didn't have ultimate.
He got it off with a sliver of health.
Yeah, it was
remaining.
on cooldown as well.
He had 5 seconds as he jumped in.
He was like banking on the fact his ultimate would come up in that fight. I guess he was like telling his Dazzle, like, you got to get this grave off of me to buy me that 5 seconds, and wasn't needed. He survived just barely. But boy, that looked insane from KYXY. I mean, from Ahio, and then KYXY with that Mana Void. Holy shit.
But yeah, KOXY, he's on the top of net worth now. He's got a Yasha and a Vlad, so split pushes online, and
it's a wake-up call for IG.
Yeah,
I think IG.
They still have the tools to deal with him, at least for now. But
They can go Roche, they can wait their next Serpent Wards. Looks like Necrobook now coming on Ferrari. I'm surprised he went for the 4-staff, but I think just rushing a double Necro 3. But hey, he's going to get that Necro 3 in no time at all. It's still going to be like a 23, 24-minute double Necro 3. BKB up on the Doom as well at that stage, and then you're looking at IG just, I think, still in control of this game, but by no means are they ahead by a big margin. They smoke up. They could just go into Roshan here, although I don't think they need to smoke for Roshan, but for now they want to find a pick off before they go for maybe just a tier 2.
They don't have any wards. The only way that they know where anybody is because of lane creeps. Yeah. But it looks like they do have a lock on Extinct and Yamate.
They saw the Illusionary Orb come out. They're going to go for a wraparound behind this tower, and does Dazzle have a TP out? Yeah, X will get out of there. So it seems they want to go for this tier 2 bottom tower, and then probably they'll swing back to the Roche pit. But we'll wait and see. Necro 2 for your Invoker now, so you just do not defend outer towers against this. Oh, well, with that said, they defended top, but they're not really ready to go right now. Brewmaster doesn't have the mana for an ultimate, but
part of that initiation top as well was just kind of the element of surprise. Titan smoked out. It was right as the Brewmaster ultimate was coming online, and it was also IG, the tense moments were as they started sieging the tower, the last 10%, you're like, oh, they're not going to turn up. They're not defending. Yeah. And Titan really took advantage of that.
They even had that observer ward like behind the tower in that little pathway that was theoretically going to scout anyone coming in, but because of the smoke, it caught IG by surprise. So they get the T2. They say, screw Roche, let's go high ground now. We got Necros, we got all them in the world. It's the Zoo strat. Double Necros, Forge Spirits. They may get the tower. They need to get the tower. Chip damage is not enough when you're against a Treant Protector, but they've gone in top lane. Doom on the KYX where the Pug's here trying to keep him alive. Faith's actually going to go down. KYX will get 1 kill, but he's not going to survive this one. And, well, 1 kill goes his way. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they work on this tower here. X-Team kept alive by a grave, but we'll see if the Forward Spirit slash the Necrobook should be enough to get the kill here. Brewmaster's gone with the Primal Split. Buyback from your Anti-Mage, realizing this is going to be defended. Why were you almost out of mana? Decrypts himself. That sets up a Mana Void. Gets the dunk. Ferrari now on the run. Gets Silence up, and he's going to be a second kill here. If Anti-Mage gets it, that's huge. One more right click. Gets the Invis off. No detection right now.
Get the cleave!
Please. Wrong way. Wrong way, please. The Orb also off the mark here. Nicely. Well, nice decision making from Ferrari to retreat back. A direction they were not expecting him to go. He is so slow with that one Ghost Walk. Crawling away. Yeah. So Anti-Mage buys back. Pretty decent. Pretty close team fight, but definitely edge goes IG's way, although they don't get the tier 3 tower, which can now be healed up by your Treant Protector.
Oh, Yamate caught out.
What's he doing? Please.
Max phase shift.
Okay, so he can blink. Alright. Gets out of there for now. I say that for now. We've seen all kinds of clowny chases as Puck can go into the XG. Look like Faith has not figured out where he's went, but bottom lane they go once again. They want to just keep on sieging, and I think Necro 2 on your Invoker, Courier's coming out. I imagine that's a Necro 3, and with that, double Necro 3s are going to be online, so Pugner as well as Doom, not really ready. They're not going for Roshan first, which I think's a bit reckless, but I feel like they know Brewmaster ultimate's on cooldown right now is the main thing. Like they want to push while Brewmaster does not have his ulti, which is 38 seconds away, so there's a tiny little window here where they'll be like Titan unable to team fight. And also the tower's not fully healed up just yet, but yeah.
Yeah, IG definitely trying to exploit this timing, and well, we'll see if Titan are going to be able to defend. KOXY maybe needs another super heroic Mana Void this fight. But IG, I think this time around, they're going to be a bit more spread out. Avoid the 5-man coil, avoid the Mana
armor
Void.
used, but that gets immediately burst down. Serpent's on the high ground. This looks like Dead Raxus to me almost. They have a glyph still. KYXY's top, but defending this is going to be so tricky. The double Necro 3s, the Serpent Wards. At least a dead tier 3 tower. Oh, Pugner thinking about going in for a blast. There's living armor, but immediately the tower goes down, and now the Rax is going to be sieged. And that's just straight up dead. What happened? He killed a Necro 3. Oh my god, what are you thinking here? Brewmaster goes in, does go for the ultimate here. They want to try and fight here. They need the Anti-Mage to get that big Mana Void. Faith, any defensive decrypt. Yep, it's there. That's going to keep him alive, but he gets overgrowth up now. Faith goes down to one right click from KYXY. They've got to find more off of this. Life Drain coming out from your Pugner here. He's the only casualty so far. The Shadow Shaman Invoker getting low in the middle of things. The Grave going to keep Dal alive a little bit longer. Ferrari in the end will go down to a clap. Ahayo though, ultimate wearing off, trying to TP out of this level. Death will cancel that. And Ahayo takes a spill. Just Puck as well as Anti-Mage's left standing, and your Raxes have gone down. It was just like, you can engage on, but the Serpent Wards and the Necrobooks were always going to finish off those Raxes with the Forward Spirits. That was just like, you're doomed either way.
Yeah, and that was...
if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, and that was really nicely played by Luo as well. He sat on the edge of the fight really patiently, waiting for the Anti-Mage to turn up, knowing that the AM was really the only one worth dooming in that fight. If you prevent the Mana Void, that was a huge source of damage the Titan have needed to win a couple of these engagements, and he just sits there. As soon as he sees the anti-mage, blinks on him, dooms him, and with that, IG win the fight really convincingly and get the full lane of Rax. So I think it's looking pretty good for IG. Just need to clean up Roshan. They've got the Aghanim Scepter over on the Enchantress. And
almost looking even better as Puck almost gets picked off there, but not quite enough. Need that one extra impetus, but yeah, this is where you're up the Raxes now. Like, you're no longer on a time crunch to get that lane of Raxes. So this is where you definitely say go Roche, but we'll see. IG didn't do it before. They will do it this time. Faith with Surf Mods in 3 seconds if he wants to use them, and they'll summon some Necro Books, and there we go. Surf Mods even used as well. So we'll have to wait for them to come off cooldown, but for IG, they're getting that next level of items up right now, which basically means their late game honestly deals fine with an anti-mage. Like, I just don't see Titan recovering even if this anti-mage gets 5 or 6 slotted, which is unlikely to happen as it is.
Yeah, the other big advantage for IG here as well is because they've taken this lane of Rax, anti-mage now has to spend a lot more time in his own jungle and pushing out bottom lane as opposed to applying pressure to top lane or to mid. So it makes it much easier for IG to know exactly what he's up to, and that means that they can play. They're more likely to place useful wards in terms of figuring out where the anti-mage is and being able to gank him up. So another win as far as that's concerned. But IG, Aegis in hand, bunch of items coming online, still really good map control. Would probably like to have a few more wards here and there. The Titan have been pretty diligent with their dewarding, and Titan actually deciding that they want to sit behind KOXY here and see if they can maybe get something done.
I'd like to use them as bait here because IG may be considering pushing, but if they think they can get a free anti-mage kill, they will go for it. And Lure near the top lane. Actually, IG with a big assortment of heroes up here. They smoke up. They're going to run right into Titan here. And Titan, they're going to see no heroes mid. They've got to know something's coming their way. But they want to fight this. I think feeling just in a bit of a desperate position. Both teams avoiding one another for now. KYXY still pushing the top lane. And IG think they're farming neutrals. But that is not the case, sir.
The pings from IG are like, wait for mid lane to push in.
Yeah.
They're not in their base.
And they don't
figure out where they are.
And for Titan, they think Ferrari's baiting right now. They don't want to go on Ferrari because they see 4 other heroes missing. They're thinking Ferrari's baiting, and you don't. Yeah, that's going to be a death trap if you do go on him. But no, nothing comes from either team's plots and maneuvering. Ferrari picks up a full BKB as well, so you're dying the mana void, get a BKB.
Easy solution.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, I like this. I mean, I think if you wanted to go...
KYXY.
Oh, God. That's not good. Living Armor is there. The Doom also coming into play. KYXY has not really got any way out of this one, as he's going to try and just turn and fight here with the Grave on himself, knowing that he is going to go down in the end here. The Doom pops a BKB. He's going to be just fine. This Primal Split just gets destroyed. They're going to just focus down these Pandas. They need to get the Wind Panda. They do so, and only the Earth Panda remaining. It's going to be expiring in just a second. He's trying to keep it alive. Will survive. Overgrowth being expended, though, to do so, and Ferrari now pops his BKB, buyback from your Puck here, trying to come back in, but Pugner's already killed off the Treant Protector, and 2 Titan heroes dead. Buyback from your Shadow Shaman. IG want to end this game and end it now.
Yeah, Anti-Mage has buyback available. It just came off cooldown. Here we go, and he goes.
Oh, Ahayo's got no ultimate. He's just suiciding in. Like, I mean, that's the only way you're going to try and hold this right now. He gets graved up to keep him alive a little longer, buy some time here, but he's trapped on the ice wall with the Forward Spirits alive, trying to help kill him off. Anti-Mage goes in. He needs a mana on YWF, but YWF has Aegis. Even if you get the kill, he can't even get the dunk off. The Cold Snap destroying him. With that, buybacks into diebacks, this is going to be GG. Ahayo's on the run here to get Blinks after here. The 4-staff coming in from Ferrari. He wants blood. Needs maybe a Sunstrike or something to get this kill, which he's not going to find. Instead, they can focus on Raxes. There's your Surf Mods coming into play. Placed under the tier 4 towers. Maybe not the best decision and place to put them down, but it's going to be 4 Raxes down on the Titan base. And with that, IG go through and they go for the tier 4s. Titan, this is it for them. Puck initiation in, Blink silence, and that's going to be a dead Shadow Shaman to start things off. Dieback from the IG side as well. Not the cleanest of plays from the IG captain, but for now, Net in the middle of things here. Once again, these Graves just delaying the inevitable. Net just right-clicking away. Pummel, 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 but he's doing absolutely nothing. He gets knocked out in the 10th round as IG going to be securing themselves this best-of-1 victory. It looks like they've still got the Aegis on the Puck. Now there's going to be another Puck Brewmaster initiation. Ahayo, silence up, still staying alive. The evasion doing a bit of work there, but nowhere near enough. And 3 heroes dead. Titan, surely GG coming out, and there we go. It's all done. 31 minutes. IG. It's a very strategic victory for them over Titan. Titan getting very greedy with that anti-mage pick.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Titan were thinking necessarily with the anti-mage pick. With the Enchantress and the Pugna already there, it wasn't too difficult for IG to just say, oh hey, look, let's end this game really fast. And they did. So there you go. And Titan also just draft in general a little bit strange. They they put the puck mid, they put the Brewmaster in the off lane. It just seemed like they weren't really considering what the options were for IG there. So not the strongest showing from them, but they've still got plenty of matches left, and it is only seeding, of course, for this group stage.
I think they look at that and just so much of that came down to the draft. Picking anti-mage was. When I saw it, I'm like, this is so brave from them.
And the other thing about Titan is so much of their strength as a team is their early game from their two supports. You know, so often you see Extinct and Net, they're moving around the map, they're ganking, they completely win the game by winning all 3 lanes, you know, within the first 10 minutes. And when you put them on Dazzle and Train Protector, don't really have that same opportunity. So well, there you go. One of the biggest strengths minimized, and drafting problems
Titan
as well.
just outdrafted themselves more than anything. Like IG, I think had a like that good kind of cookie cutter. Just let's push, let's do that. Look out Necrobooks.
Well executed as well, though. I mean, a couple of slip ups forced by Titan, but IG really clean game plan, very well executed. Aside from a few of those anti-mage chase moments, which are a bit odd.
Well, more WPC matches coming up. There's 6 best of 1s today in the Group B. We can take a look at our standings, perhaps in Group B. You can see which teams will be coming up later on today. DT Club as well as Alliance, also in Group B. I think our next match is IG versus DT Club, maybe? Titan versus DT Club. So we have another Titan. We have all 3 Titan matches first. That's right. So Titan versus DT Club. Then we have Titan versus Alliance, and then we get into our last 3 matches of Group B over on the Beyond the Summit 2 stream. But guys, there we have it. IG currently top of their group. This is kind of seeding matches in the group stage. Not do or die situations by any means. Not really the. I mean, it's still somewhat important. You don't want to be versing the top, whichever team wins the other group. I mean, whoever that is obviously going to be in good form, so you don't want to be versing them. So, good stuff for IG.
Man, these brackets are so stacked. This is going to be such a great tournament. I'm really looking forward to it.
It really is. It really is fun. Like, we get 2 days of teaser games, and this is like where we'll see how well Cloud9 and Alliance are going to be playing in China. Like, it's not like.
Do you know when they got there? I think that's the one other. I guess also for Titan, how long have they been in China? Probably arrived like a day ago. Okay.
I saw one of the Titan players tweet just yesterday, leaving for China. So
could be a factor as well. I mean, for Titan, they're pretty much on the same time zone, so it's not really such a big deal. But maybe
for the Western teams.
Yeah, maybe for the Western teams, that's a little bit of a factor.
All right, well, guys, we're gonna have a break. When we come back, we're gonna be casting more WPC Dota 2 action. I believe Andrew as well as Fogged will be taking over. But I'm Gods. He's Baseskip. If you want to support us, the Onesies cast. I'm at BTS Gods on Twitter. He's at Baseskip. See you guys later.